looking at you.
Hello, this is Walter Smith on December 22nd, 2012, who has just told us about an incident with his father's attending physician. Continue, sir.
Yeah. And he said that he was helping. What are we doing?
Go ahead.
He was, his doctor told him that he was taking care of a couple of guys and they weren't human
And where was this?
in Palm Springs,
And
California.
where did he say they came from?
I don't know that he said where they came from, did he?
What year was it?
Did he mean they weren't human to the extent that their physical attributes weren't human? Or that they were...
That's what I assumed.
And how old were you?
I was, I think in my 20s or 30s.
And did you ever pursue where these two unhumans might have been or kept or treated?
I'm trying to remember if, yeah, he said took them to the doctor, he took them to the hospital in Palm Springs.
The doctor took them to the hospital in Palm Springs. Or your father took them to the hospital in Palm
The
Springs.
doctor did.
Do you remember the name of the doctor?
He was a kind of a good friend of my father's.
And do you remember anything else, like what might have happened to these two non-humans? And after they were taken to the hospital, did security come in and take them away? Or did they disappear? Did they die?
I can't remember.
You don't remember. So that's the extent of the information that you remember about two non-humans. Were there any other non-humans in your career, in your life, that you might have confronted or come across?
I remember one when we flew over someplace in Arizona, and why was there non-humans involved in that? A UFO. It was just a UFO.
You saw a UFO.
Yeah.
You were on a mission at the time?
Yeah, on a training mission, yeah.
And was there any chatter on the radio about it? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
do you remember who you were flying with?
The guys in the tower talked about it.
They saw it too?
They talked to our pilot. I was a navigator.
Do you remember your crew?
I was on a training flight with 20 students.
And this was approximately 1953.
53.
So this is before or after your assignment in Korea?
After.
After your assignment. So you had already come back to the States.
Right.
And you were on a training mission, and was it New Mexico or was it Arizona?
Arizona.
Wasn't possibly New Mexico.
That was 47.
Well, I think we flew over New Mexico also.
Does the Devil's Tower mean anything to you?
Devil's what?
Tower?
No.
Does Dry Lake? Not Dry Lake. Between California and Nevada.
Oh.
Bicycle Lake.
Yeah, that means something.
And what does that mean to you?
I saw UFOs there.
Did you see UFOs, or did you actually see paratroopers with flares on their feet as reported by the USAF?
Oh no, I just saw probably the flares.
So the armed forces actually said that it was a training mission, a night training mission, where paratroopers were jumping out of planes and had flares on their feet that looked like UFOs, correct?
Is that what happened?
And I'm just saying that that's what I think that they reported to you when you investigated.
Yeah, probably. Because all I saw was just funny lights.
And when you saw this one from the training mission with the other 20 crew members in 1953, what did you see?
I just saw a strange light coming from the south.
What color was the light?
I thought it was sort of a bluish thing.
Did it stay blue, or did it seem to get brighter or dimmer, or did it change colors?
I can't remember.
And it just came across the sky in front of you, or?
No, it just stayed there. And then it moved quickly from one side of the mountains to the other side of the mountains at an astounding rate. I mean, so fast that you couldn't believe.
And what about the UFO that your mother-in-law reported in approximately 1954, 55 in Sacramento?
Yeah, she saw those in Sacramento.
And did she
I saw
describe them
them.
at the time?
I saw them.
And you saw them too?
Yeah.
And what did they look like?
Oh, I don't remember.
Were they, I think they were reported as kind of a cigar shape with red, green, blue lights
Yeah. Yeah.
and white lights.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
You don't remember. Well, I certainly appreciate this, Lieutenant Colonel Walter T. Smith, on this December 22nd, 2012, the day after the world did not end.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful.
But we do appreciate this interview, and thank you very much for your time.
Okay.